Curious what initially sparked your interest in consulting, and then what have you enjoyed the most about it?
What initially drew me to consulting was the diversity of work and having the opportunity to tackle various projects across different industries and more the fast-paced nature of the role. And so I really enjoyed the amount of exposure I've gotten early in my career. I've had the opportunity to work on various projects, technologies, different verticals. So that experience has been incredibly valuable and really accelerated my learning process. Another aspect that I've really loved is the opportunity to interact with tech leaders, various industries. So that really gives me the opportunity to understand their broader vision. And oftentimes, when you work in the industry outside of consulting, you're usually focused on one area or segment of work. So I've loved having that opportunity to get a bird's eye view of organizations and their strategies. And that really allows me to offer solutions and suggestions that might not have occurred to businesses and really makes my contributions feel impactful and aligned with their broader goals.
That makes a lot of sense. I love how clearly you connected your early career exposure to your long-term growth. So speaking of fast-paced environments, I saw you were a D1 tennis athlete in college. Have you noticed any parallels between your time on the court and your consulting work?
Yeah, absolutely. And I could go on and on about this, but I'll just highlight a few key parallels. One of them, I think, is adaptability. In tennis, you're constantly facing different opponents. You're playing at different locations under different conditions. So you always have to analyze and adapt very quickly. And consulting is no different. Every client is unique. They have a different business model and their data architecture is different, et cetera. So being able to learn and understand their business quickly is very critical. Another similarity is the commitment to continuously learn. So as an athlete, you're always refining your skills, looking for ways to improve, gain a competitive edge. And the same applies with consulting and technology as well. You always have to stay ahead and constantly expand your knowledge. You're just having that passion and drive to continually learn is key in both fields. And lastly, I'd say time management. So as a student athlete, I always had to juggle coursework, practices, rehab, and we always have matches on the weekends when we're in season. So that experience has been invaluable in consulting, where we often have to balance multiple different projects and just staying organized and focused is really essential to consistently deliver high quality work.
That's such a great breakdown. Adaptability, lifelong learning, and time management all feel so central in both worlds. So outside of work, what's something that brings you joy or helps you recharge?
I'm a creative person, so I like things like interior design and small home improvement projects. Lately, I started painting, which has been a great way for me to unwind and relax. I also try to stay active, so I've been playing pickleball, also a great way to socialize outside of work. And then I'm a big fan of live music. I really enjoy the atmosphere, and it definitely gives me like a fresh boost of energy and helps me recharge for the week.
I love that, especially the mix of creativity and movement. Sounds like great balance. Can you please share a piece of advice that has been a guiding light throughout your career?
Yeah, so there's a quote that I read many years ago and that stayed with me. It goes, "A candle loses nothing by lighting another candle." And so to me, that encapsulates the idea that helping others grow and succeed doesn't take away from your own success and it only adds to it. So I believe collaboration and sharing knowledge are some of the most powerful ways to elevate both individual and team outcomes. And so when you support others in their growth, you don't just help them, it also deepens your understanding and strengthens your skills. And in my experience, the best solutions always come from collective efforts. When you generously share your knowledge and collaborate to solve problems, you just help build a more stronger and capable team. And I truly believe that success is amplified when it's shared. Just create an environment where everyone grows and achieves more than they could on their own.